YouTube! ¿Qué pasa? Welcome back to my channel and welcome with a very different kind of video today. So, starting up, as you guys know, my channel is predominantly about gaming, right? And mainly Bleach Brave Souls. However, in the past, I've done a bit of content on a few other games as well, like for instance Street Fighter Duel, Genshin Impact, One Piece Fighting Pass, Black Clover Mobile, Gran Turismo 7. So a few games have been part of my channel over the 1 year and 3 months I've been actually doing YouTube, right? So my goal in future is to actually give something back to the community and share my own experiences on how to start a YouTube channel, what you should be watching out for, what mistakes I've made, and in case you are one of the people watching this video thinking about starting your own channel, or maybe planning already starting with your own channel, or maybe even already started with your own channel, but you're right at the beginning, and then this video is exactly what you was looking for, right? So let's take a step back, right? Let me take a step back and actually look at the past 1 year and 3 months on how this journey has been so far. So initially back in the days, I started this channel what was around April 2022, right? And I started this channel initially with a game called Gran Turismo 7, right? Now, that game was like one of the games I was wanting to play at the time, and with a friend, we were just like discussing and saying, right, let's start YouTube. I was like, all right, okay, come on, let's do this. And yeah, from then on, it basically started all off, right? So what I did back then is I did races and I showed a few cars and everything. I uploaded once a day a video, and that's basically how I went from Gran Turismo to BBS, since I've been playing BBS since 2016, right? And I thought might as well start making content on it. And that's how it all started, right? So I have been ever since very consistent, which is also one of the key factors in starting your own YouTube channel, right? Or generally something of your own, right? Because I've seen a lot of people wanting to start. Even a friend of mine who I supposedly started with, he stopped, right? He stopped 2 or 3 months after because he hasn't seen any results. Obviously, you're not going to be seeing results if you're not consistent in what you're doing, right? So that's basically one of my key fundamentals. Consistency is everything, literally, right? So that's basically how my journey went so far. I started back then, again, as I said, with 0 subscribers. And within a year and 3 months, I went from 0 to almost 3K subscribers now. So at that moment, at this exact time now, I want to thank everyone for helping me reach this goal, for helping my channel to grow this much in such a short period, right? I've seen people having a YouTube channel for 2 or 3 years and not even getting 500-600 subscribers, right? So that's actually an insane growth, which obviously, again, thanks to everyone for supporting me on this journey. And again, with these videos, I'm planning in the future, I want to give something back to the community. Now, for everyone out there wondering what is wrong with him, don't worry, Bleach Brave Souls will still be part of my channel. Don't worry, like that's never going. I'm still uploading BBS every single day or every second day, as it usually has been the case, right? But on the side, I want to start a few videos around the concept of your own YouTube channel, on how to set everything up, how to monetize a YouTube channel, what to watch out for, what tools should you be using in order to run a successful YouTube channel, and so forth, right? So bear with me on this one. Let's continue with the video. First things first, whenever you're planning something, right, or whenever you're thinking about starting your own business or anything like that, because YouTube is something that if you are staying consistent with it and you got a good concept, it will develop into something which will over time become a business of yours, because a YouTube channel will generate on a monthly basis passive income for yourself, right? Which is good. Money is always good, right? So that's why this is something that has to be well planned and well thought of, right? So first step, literally the first step when doing something like this is crafting your own channel's concept, right? You need a solid concept. You need to know what type of thing you want to be doing content on. Do you want to be going into the gaming aspect? Do you want to make videos on gaming? Do you want to make videos on reactions? Do you want to make videos on cars? Like I've set up a second channel only recently, which I dedicate to cars, right? So make sure you are starting your channel off with a concept, because a lot of people actually go and start making a channel without having a real concept or having done any research, right? They just start off and yeah, after 2 or 3 months, it dies down because of lack of consistency, lack of knowledge, lack of everything, right? So that's why I'm saying first things first, take a step back, chill out, and make a good concept for your channel, right? Now, after you made a concept, right, it is time for you to make some research. What kind of you want to know where your potential to make a successful channel can go to, right? So, for example, you're thinking about setting up your own, I don't know, YouTube channel about Bleach, BBS, Bleach Brave Souls, for example, right? Now you want to know how is the market for Bleach Brave Souls looking? How many channels are there uploading content on this game? That's the first thing you want to be looking for. Then you want to be looking out for how are other channels performing? What kind of content are they uploading around the game, right? What kind of content makes for good viewing? For example, showcases, character showcase. Now I'm sharing with you some insider knowledge right here, right? So what kind of things make for good content or for good viewing, right? So it's things like showcases of characters or newest news about the game, or guides, especially guides, complete guides on how to do anything in the game, right? That will always be a good viewing and is always something useful, because the community who plays this game, for example, will benefit from these videos, and such videos will never die down, because if you make a full beginner's guide, for example, which is thoroughly planned and thoroughly thought through, it will basically be something which will accumulate views over time, right? You may have uploaded it a year ago, it will still accumulate views over time, because this is something people who start the game fresh will be looking out for, right? So make a good research on what you want to be doing, right? So if you want to make a channel on cars, for example, like let me show you my other channel. So it is my second channel, and it's all about a BMW 6 Series. Now it's everything in German here, so pardon me for that. In case you don't understand German, that's all good, right? But still, if you wanna be doing a channel on cars, you gotta think, right? What kind of content I want to make around a certain car or cars in general? Do I want to make videos about reacting to other people's cars, or do I want to go with something like down the route of being a car spotter? So those are kind of things you want to be taking into consideration. These are all part of crafting your own channel's concept. And then you want to make research again. How are other people performing in this certain area? How are they doing? What kind of videos are actually making good viewing, right? That's things you want to be watching out for. Then you also want to be going onto Google. You want to go on Google and search up, right? Look at channels that make car content and look on how you could maybe make similar or better car content, because you want to set yourself up, right? It's like that. You want to own I don't know, a used cars business, right? You could potentially just buy a patch of land somewhere, put a fence around it, put some dirty old cars on there, and sell them like most of the car dealers do in Germany, right? A lot of these used car dealers are like that. Or you could be actually putting some good thought into it and some money into it, right? And you buy yourself a hall. You after making research, after making your concept, right? And then you present yourself in a proper fashionable way, right? Who do you think is going to stand out more? The one that's just doing it like he doesn't really care about it, or the one who's meticulously planned everything? Obviously, the second guy, right? So that's why I'm saying thorough research is very important. Right. So the first thing after you've done your concept, after you've done research, after you planned everything out, is setting up YouTube Studio. Now, YouTube Studio is the thing you're going to be needing the most when starting off your YouTube channel, right? Now, this is YouTube Studio for my second channel. I'm not going to be displaying my first channel here because obviously it's a channel which is being monetized and there are some sensitive informations on there, right? So this channel is on its way to maybe reach the stage where it can get monetized, right? So YouTube basically has a few, let's say, requirements which you have to fulfill in order for a channel to earn money. But I'm going to come to that later, right? So the first thing you want to be doing is setting up YouTube channels, setting up your YouTube studio. So what you want to be doing is you go to YouTube Studios. The link will be down below in the description, and you register yourself with your email address, preferably a Gmail account, right? And then you can go from then on. That's the first thing you want to be doing, setting up a YouTube studio channel, because this will be your commando central. In this, you will be uploading your content right up here, or you will see your content, everything you uploaded so far will be shown here. How many views, how many comments, how much everything, right, will be shown here. You will have something where you can see the analytics of your channel. How is your channel performing? You will be able to have a section specially for comments, where you can answer comments. For example, obviously this is all in German, by the way. I didn't really want to switch all in English, but anyways, you can basically change things like this to see where people commented. You can answer these comments and basically get back to people, right? That's how you also connect with a community. And there is many things you can do in YouTube Studios. So definitely YouTube Studios is the first thing you want to be setting up when starting with your YouTube channel. Right. Next thing, you want to be setting up or you want to create your own channel identity. So the main thing you want to be focusing on in this aspect is a good name. That's very important, right? You need a good name for your channel. Next up, you want to have a channel logo which obviously fits your channel, right? So in this case, I simply use an emoji which should show me as an emoji, right? So that's what I did in this case. And you want to create a banner picture which will be displayed when people visit your channel, which is the picture right on the top, which basically shows something you want to display there, right? In my case, for my car channel, I've displayed my car, right? So that's how I went about it. And then there is something right here, this one, it's called a watermark, which can basically be any picture you want to have, which will be displayed on the right bottom hand corner of any video on your channel. You can specify the time it shows there, or you can specify it to be shown the entire time. And this logo will also be a link, so when people click on it, it will bring them to your channel, right? So that's basically the first thing you want to be doing. You want to create your channel's identity. Right, next up, you want to write a compelling channel description. Very important, very, very important. Because your channel description is something when people visit your channel, obviously they're going to be wanting to know what is your channel about. And if they can't see from the first glimpse visiting your channel what you're doing, people are going to be looking at your informations, at your description. What did this guy write about himself? What is he doing? What is he planning to do? What kind of content is he uploading, right? So that's basically a thing which you should put some thought into, right? So in my case, I kept it very simple. I said in German, obviously, because the content of this channel is going to be in German, right? So one thing first, don't make the mistake of writing something in English and your content is going to be, I don't know, in Chinese, right? So you want to have, obviously, content and description, everything in the same language. So in my case, I've kept it simple with few words, but people know exactly what my channel is about, because from my content they can already see it, and from my description they can see it. And you want to be able to make something similar like that, right? Make a compelling description. If you need to write more, definitely write more. Write as much as you feel the need for people to understand what your channel is about, what you're doing, and what you want to give to the people. Right. So after you set up your studios, you set up your identity, you made a description, and you uploaded your first video, right? You are at that point now, you uploaded the video, and now we're going to take things to the next level, right? So we're going to start off with thumbnails, because thumbnail is probably the most important thing alongside a good title for your channel. And why is that? Because a thumbnail is something when users scroll on YouTube and look for videos which are interesting for them to watch, they want to click on a video which has a good thumbnail, right? They're not going to be clicking on a video which has like a pixel thumbnail where you can't even see nothing, right? They want to click on something where they know, all right, okay, this looks interesting, right? There's a car above, it says exactly what it's going to be about. I'm gonna watch this because this is interesting for me, right? And you want to be making thumbnails which basically catch the eye of viewers. That's the main goal with thumbnails. So definitely make compelling, good thumbnails that stand out. Avoid thumbnails which are clickbait thumbnails. You know, like some people, they post a video about, I don't know, how they, I don't know, how they made, I don't know, 50 euros or $50 from something, right? Maybe selling some crypto. But then on the thumbnail, there is like $20 signs, right? Like a bag of cash in the back. And it looks like this guy made like 1 million. And the title is also suggesting he made a lot of more money. And then you watch the video and you're thinking, damn, this guy, trash video, clickbait thumbnail, and he probably gets 20, 30, 40k views on a video as well because of such clickbaits. Now, that is something that will harm the reputation of your channel if you do things like that, because with time, obviously, users are going to get fed up with stuff like that and dislike your videos. And the more your videos get disliked, and the less obviously view time you're going to get for your videos, because the YouTube algorithm will not recommend your videos to others anymore. So that's one thing to watch out for when making thumbnails. Make sure you're honest, because you want to be honest with your community and you want to build your own community. You don't want to be lying to them and deceiving them, right? The next important thing, apart from making a good title and the thumbnail, is using the description. That is so important, because your description, whenever you're writing a description, you have 5,000 character limits you can use for writing a description. And let me tell you this, guys, use as much of it as you can, because your description is something, when you understand SEO and how keywords work and how algorithms from a website like YouTube work, you know how important it is to write a thorough and writing a detailed description, because things you write in your description will also boost the searchability of your video, right? So somebody looking for a video on I don't know, on how to cook eggs, right? And you made a video on how you cook eggs, right? And you wrote an exact description as well down below. Ideally, use something like a timeline. So at minute 1, you start with that. At minute 2, you do that. Minute 3, and so forth. These things are going to show up in search results. So whenever people look for a video like that on YouTube or on Google, things you write in your description will pop up in the search results, because that's how SEO and that's how keywords work, right? So definitely make sure you always write good descriptions. Right. So another thing is this part right here. Now, your links. You want to be able to utilize links on your channel. And what I mean by that is specifically something like your social media accounts, right? Say, for example, you start off your YouTube channel and you got an Instagram account, you got Facebook, you got Twitter. Maybe you're starting off a gaming YouTube channel and you're running Twitch already on the side. Utilize this section to boost the searchability of your channel, right? If you have Instagram, link it, because people may want to, after time watching your content, following you, may want to know more about you or may want to get in touch with you. So Instagram is a great way of doing that, right? If you have a Facebook group, then definitely link it in your videos. If you have another channel like Twitch, definitely link it, because that already works the same way together. If you boost in the same content, if you post in the same content on both platforms, definitely link them together. Obviously, in Germany there are some legislations, so every single video needs something called impressum. That's a German word. I don't know what the English word for it is, but basically that's a separate website where your business informations are written down. So your general ID number with which you can be identified by governments and stuff like that. I don't know how the legislations are in your country. However, make sure if there are legislations like that, do your research on it. Make sure you don't miss including such a link on your channel, because if you don't, and your channel ever gets monetized, it can happen that YouTube may shut down your channel because you haven't complied with local guides and rules and legislations. Very important. So for anyone out there planning to do something like that, make your research on what are the local legislations in your country or your place where you live in, right? So all I want to say is, with this point, make use of links, harness the power of social media. You can use social media to also boost your channel. Post daily stories, maybe on Instagram. Hey, new videos out, this and that, to let people know that you're doing YouTube and that people get aware of your channel. Right? That's what you want to be doing. Right, now the next thing is, what is the ideal video length? Now, there isn't really a thing as such, right? You could be making a channel where every single one of your videos is only 5 minutes long. That's totally fine, right? You could be making a YouTube channel where you only upload YouTube shorts. That's totally fine as well, right? Generally speaking, though, for any YouTube channel out there, there is a magical number called 8 minutes. You should be aiming at to get your videos to at least 8 minutes, because that will also increase with time your viewers, your watch time, your searchability, because longer videos which are too long may not get recommended as often as short videos, and short videos also may not get recommended that often, usually around 8 to 11 minutes. That's like the golden number. However, obviously there are channels doing great with longer videos, right? And even myself, I made videos which are an hour long for some part, right? So that's why I'm saying the ideal length doesn't really exist. However, make sure you tailor your videos around your content, right? If you're making gaming content, where you maybe play through an entire game, could be that your videos are normally like 1 to 3 or 4 hours long. Then that's totally fine. If you're making a YouTube channel, however, on cooking, right, and you want to show our people how to cook certain recipes, that may not be that long, because such videos tend to be shorter, right? So the ideal video length for such videos should be around 5 to 6 minutes, maybe. So definitely tailor the video length of your videos to your content. Right, going back to my main channel, these are the content I've uploaded so far. And with this point now, step 10, I want to give you guys a little advice from me, because I'm not a professional, right? I do what I like. And I like uploading videos. I enjoy doing YouTube, right? That's something I really enjoy. So for me, I realized early on the way or the key to success is consistency. Because a lot of people, they start off with YouTube and maybe are consistent in the beginning, right? Start uploading 2 or 3 or 4 videos a day, maybe some even 5, and then after a week or two, they get burned out. They don't really have much content anymore. Maybe they've chosen a concept or a topic or a theme where there's nothing much more to say about, and such channels quickly die down. And there are a lot of these type of channels, right? So obviously, after you've made your own concept and you went through everything else described in this video early on, you want to make sure you stay consistent. That's very important. Now, my channel is 1 year and 3 months old. If you look at my channel, I have over 500 videos already. That basically means I've uploaded almost every single day at least one video. And that's how my channel has gained popularity, gets recommended from the YouTube algorithm in search results, and even on the start page of people which have interest in the content or the type of content which I'm uploading, right? So that is the key. You want to understand and you want to make use of the YouTube algorithm. And the one thing which makes the most use of it is consistency. Because when you start off a YouTube channel, in the beginning, nobody knows you. You may uploaded a awesome video. You may have put so much effort into the video, but you may not get enough watch time for the video. You maybe have it for 1 month online already and probably only got 10 views. That could happen. However, that's not something you should get disheartened by, because again, in the beginning, nobody knows you. If you continue and you upload daily or weekly, have a fixed amount of videos you want to make in a week, right? And stick to that number, because that is the way you're gonna be definitely getting close or getting a successful YouTube channel, depending on the content you're planning to upload. Next up, very important aspect, engaging with your audience, right? You want to be able to be someone that people not only watch the videos about, right? So if you're making content on anything and people comment your videos, make sure you answer them, right? Because things like these little interactions will help your channel. And if you like what you're doing, then it's not going to be a problem for you to do so, right? So on my channel, on my main channel, for example, a lot of people comment, right? And I usually try to answer them. Now, it's a lot of times like that, there is a lot of comments, and sometimes you may not find the time to answer, right? There are sometimes like certain videos you post, maybe, let's just say on a smaller scale, going viral, right? You post it today and it's something the YouTube algorithm recommends, and you may have like 2K views in like a single day, even though you start your channel new. How does something like that work? Basically, it is something which I don't even know myself. Nobody really knows how the YouTube algorithm works. However, that is something that can happen. And with such videos, obviously, there may be the case that like 15 people at once comment your videos, right? And you may have to go through every single comment depending on the length of these. You got to read them and you got to answer them. That's very important. That's called engaging with your audience, right? Making connections with your audience. Very important aspect. Right, next up, there is something called understanding SEO and keywords, right? Now, I'm not going to be explaining one-on-one what SEO is. So in case you don't know what that is, go and research about it. Give it type it on Google and read up on it, right? But what I'm going to tell you guys is how important it is, and that you have to understand that things like tags and keywords, which will be used, for example, in searches, are very, very, very important, right? I can't stress this enough. This is so important because you want your videos to be found, right? If you even if you write a compelling title, you got the perfect thumbnail, awesome description, right? your videos may still not get found. And why is that? Because a lot of people don't pay attention to tags. And tags is something very important. Apart from the fact that you also have to choose the right category where your video fits in and everything around that, tags is something very important. Now, there used to be tools where you could actually pay on a monthly basis as an abo, and they basically will recommend you the best tags you can use for any video, right? There used to be tools like that. However, you don't need to use such a tool because YouTube actually has given us the best way of finding the most optimal tags, which is basically using the search bar on YouTube, right? Let me show you this. Right, so you're on YouTube, right? That's where you want to look for this. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to use a search bar. Say, for example, you've just uploaded a video on, I don't know, on how to set up an Excel sheet. And or basically you just made a tutorial. Let's just put it like that. You made a video tutorial on how to use, I don't know, on how to use Paint, right? Paint is a very basic program which Windows PCs usually have pre-installed, right? So where do you find the tags? When you go and search and you type in Windows Paint, boom, you will find a few recommendations: Windows Paint Drawing, Windows Paint Tutorial German, Windows Paint Art, Windows Paint 3D Tutorial, Transparent Background, and so forth. And these search results are actually the most optimal things to take when looking for tags. You can basically, let's just say I'm taking this one, Windows Paint Transparent Background. I can copy this exact text, go back to my video, and put that exact text into my tags. That's it. And that's how simple it is to find the most optimal tags, because these tags are centered around searches from users who use YouTube, right? So people have actually searched these terms and have actually looked for videos where this certain topic is being discussed, right? So if you use these tags, these search results, you will have the most optimal tags. Right, now the next part is how to monetize your channel. That's probably the thing most of the people would like to know first. How can I make cash with YouTube? And that's obviously not a bad thought, because obviously you're not doing everything for free. You want to get something for doing the work you're doing, right? And that's where the monetization aspect comes into play, right? You can make a lot of good money from YouTube, and it's very easy, very. You can make, listen to this good and listen very good. You can sit in your home, not go outside, but having made a great YouTube channel, making daily content, within a year, you could be going from $0 to $100 per month, basically for making 10-minute videos a day. That's it. That's how easy it is to make money with YouTube. Very simple, right? Now, obviously it's not that simple. You need to put a lot of effort in to get there. But once you are there, you're basically able to get money from YouTube. Now, that's just the minimum number. There are people who are earning on a monthly basis 10, 15K, right? 20K, 30K. There's some insane people out there who earn a lot of money from YouTube. And how do you do that? Basically, YouTube gives some basic requirements on how to monetize your channel. Now, the first one is need to have 1,000 subscribers minimum on your channel. If you have 1,000 subscribers, you have fulfilled the first requirement. The second requirement is you need to have at least 4,000 watch hours on your channel within the last 365 days. And that's where the challenge comes in, because if you have the subscribers, but people aren't watching your content, then that's something you need to think about. Maybe restructure how you upload content, what kind of content you make, maybe transition to a newer content. That's all things that you have to take into consideration, right? So the watch time is one of the other requirements you need to fulfill. Now, you either need to fulfill one, either have 4,000 watch hours from normal videos, or have 10 million views from YouTube Shorts. Now, I presume the first one is easier than the second one. I don't really bother with YouTube Shorts, to be honest, but that's basically the requirement. So in essence, you need 1,000 subscribers and at least 4K watch hours on YouTube to be able to monetize your channel. Once you reach these two goals, YouTube will notify you per email and basically let you know, hey, you can earn money now, go set it up. And that's basically the next thing you want to do. And in order to do that, YouTube will basically guide you on everything. You will need to set up a Google AdSense account, and you will have to link it with your banking information and so forth. And that's basically the money generated on a monthly basis will go to AdSense, and AdSense will pay it out to your personal bank account, right? And that's basically how YouTube monetization, how earnings work with YouTube. Right. Now, another huge aspect of YouTube and understanding how to increase the viewability and the searchability and everything around your content and your channel is using YouTube Analytics. And YouTube Analytics will show you everything. It will show you how many views you had, how many watch hours you have so far, how many subscribers you've gained in the last couple of days, how many watch hours you have, how many hours people have watched your videos, and so forth, right? So these are things YouTube Analytics will tell you, right? And that's where the thing is. Understanding all of these analytics is another part of it, right? You may be good with uploading content, but you don't understand these analytics. But make sure you always have a look at these, and you always let's just say cater your content around it, because you want to know who is your targeted group of viewers. What kind of people are you targeting? From where are people from that watch your content? Like on my main channel, most people are from USA, UK, from North Africa, and from India. That's basically the main countries where people are from, right? Obviously, on this channel here, my German channel, everyone's from Germany, right? Obviously, but that's basically what you want to be doing. You want to be using Google Analytics, using the YouTube Analytics aspect to know exactly what people are watching, what people are searching for, what age group people are in, what gender they are, and which kind of contents of yours have been standing out the most, right? There will certainly be, let's say you have 10 videos on your channel, maybe one of these videos will have exponentially more views than the others. And that's not a weird thing, because that's how the YouTube algorithm works. It may recommend a video of you to viewers on the starting page of YouTube where you won't have any influence over, right? And that's why I'm saying it's important to make sure you adorn yourself with all the steps I've shown so far, making a good channel, identity, description, awesome thumbnail, text. Your title needs to be perfect, making the perfect video length, and so forth, right? These are all aspects that flow into the YouTube algorithm. And the last step I want to give with you guys on your way before you start and make your own YouTube channel and all get rich, right, is make sure you work on improving your video production quality. Because in the beginning, I know how it is, right? I started YouTube with basically nothing. All I had was a laptop and a headset. And that's basically how I started. And that's what I'm still doing today. And it works. Now, don't overcomplicate things. There are people, right, even in my own circle of people I know, right? I wouldn't call them friends, but people I know. There are people that are saying, right, I want to start YouTube, this and that. I want to make a YouTube channel about cryptocurrency. By the way, he's never dealt with cryptocurrencies in his entire life. He don't know nothing about it. He never spent a penny into it, but he wants to talk about cryptocurrency, right? And he's saying, yeah, but in order to do that YouTube channel, I need to get a studio, I need to buy a new PC, 2k euros into that PC, I need a headset, I need a webcam, I need this and that. And basically, after getting all of that, he starts with YouTube and he doesn't get nowhere. Literally, story of the life of some people. Don't be that guy. Don't be that person. Set yourself up, plan everything through, do it the right way. Do it the way I'm showing you, because it worked for me and I can only give back what worked for me, right? I'm not going to bullshit you guys and tell you guys anything that doesn't work, because I know it works and you can see yourself from the performance of my channel that it works, right? So don't be like that. Work with what you have. If you have a laptop that's somewhat good for making videos, that's good. If it has a webcam and you want to show your video, even better. If you don't, that's totally fine. If you have a headset that allows you to somewhat make decent voice quality, that's good enough. That's all you need. Boom, start making videos. Finish. Don't overcomplicate things saying you need this and that and spend so much money. And after spending all that money, you start with YouTube and you don't get nothing, and you're basically not getting the money back as well. And then after a couple of months, you discover that you don't want these things anymore, and you're basically stuck with a couple things in your yard with you, which you don't even need, right? So definitely work on improving your video production quality over time as you progress. Don't jump into the water straight away. Dip in a toe first and then work your way up from then on. That's basically my last advice I'm going to give you guys. And with that, I would like to conclude the video. I have basically down below in the description put in a few helpful links of tools you can use, link to YouTube Studio, and a few other links where you can basically find yourself and just have a look over there and see what you may need and what you not need. The link to my Discord is also down below in the description. So for anyone out there maybe wanting to reach out to me and asking me for advice and help on how to set up a YouTube channel and stuff like that, I can help you. So if you do want to contact me, feel free to reach out to me. And yeah, I guess it's finished now. 42 minutes, damn. Wasn't planning to make such a long video, but I do hope this video was helpful to some of y'all planning to make their own channel and thinking about it. And again, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, do consider doing so. It's free. You don't have to pay anything for it. And don't forget to leave a like and a comment. This will help the YouTube algorithm as well. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys next time.